Hi everyone, Lori Clemmons here. Today I want to dive into a promising yet somewhat controversial topic in the neural retraining world, and that is how psilocybin and ketamine therapy can be integrated with neural retraining. So before we begin, I want to emphasize that this video is for informational purposes only. Psychedelics are highly regulated substances, and their legal status varies depending on where you live. So always check with a qualified professional before starting any new therapy to make sure that it's appropriate for you, and make sure that you understand the legalities in your area. So in this video, I will be discussing psilocybin, which is a substance found in certain mushrooms, and ketamine. So while there are many other psychedelics that are being studied and used, I chose to focus on these two because they're the most accessible, the most studied, and the most applicable to our neural retraining community. If you know anyone who could benefit from this information, please share this video with them. So first, let's look at the different ways that these substances can be used, most commonly being microdosing versus using a full dose. So microdosing involves taking very small amounts of a psychedelic substance, typically around 1/10 to 1/20 of a full dose. It's a slow, subtle process designed to work gradually with minimal or no noticeable effects. This approach allows your brain to absorb and utilize the substances more effectively, helping to rewire old patterns without the intensity of a full psychedelic experience. So the goal here is not to feel high, but to experience gradual improvements in mood, creativity, and focus, making it a more manageable everyday practice. Let's start first here with psilocybin. So, like we said before, psilocybin is the psychoactive substance present in certain mushrooms. I've seen some amazing results with clients using microdosing psilocybin. Although the studies are still emerging, they show potential in helping the brain to rewire old patterns. Microdosing psilocybin seems to facilitate the rewiring process, making it easier for the brain to let go of the old unhelpful patterns and to adopt new, healthier ones. It can be especially beneficial in conjunction with neural retraining, as it may help to reduce the impact of negative thought patterns that contribute to ongoing symptoms. This then paves the way for creating those new, healthy neural connections. Because psilocybin opens up old neural pathways and allows for rewiring, it's important to focus on the new, healthy patterns that you want to establish. If you continue to engage in stressful, triggering thought patterns while microdosing, you may just be reinforcing those old unwanted patterns. But on the other hand, intentionally focusing on new, healthier patterns increases the likelihood of creating them. So therefore, microdosing psilocybin should complement, not replace, a neural retraining program. Practicing the foundations of neural retraining is important alongside of your microdosing regime. While microdosing has its benefits, it's important to exercise caution with higher doses of psilocybin. For those with a more sensitive limbic system, these higher doses can be overly triggering and can lead to intense emotional responses, making them potentially overwhelming. This is especially important for those engaged in neural retraining, as heightened responses to stress can exacerbate symptoms and really overwhelm that limbic system. So to ensure the best results, again, I recommend working with someone knowledgeable about these substances. So now let's talk about ketamine. Ketamine therapy can be amazing for jump-starting neural rewiring and appears to be particularly helpful in the short term. It's generally taken as an IV in a practitioner's office. Ketamine generally works quickly to create new neural connections, providing immediate relief and a boost in mood and cognition. It's important to be intentional about the new neural patterns that you want to create during this process. For those dealing with chronic pain, anxiety, or fatigue, this can be a significant breakthrough. However, there's an important point to remember. If you haven't learned how to effectively calm and manage your limbic system when it gets triggered, the benefits of ketamine therapy can be short-lived. Your brain may fall back into its old patterns, bringing back the same symptoms that you had before. So foundational neural retraining teaches you the techniques to calm your nervous system and to handle triggers effectively. This foundation is crucial for ensuring that the progress you make with ketamine therapy is long-lasting. Without it, the old symptoms can easily return. So this is why I generally recommend doing neural retraining work before trying high-dose ketamine. This approach ensures that you're equipped to handle and sustain the changes that ketamine initiates. Learning to work with your limbic system creates a stable foundation for long-lasting change. It's about building resilience and ensuring that the positive effects of the treatment are sustainable. In addition to IV ketamine, low-dose ketamine is often used in the form of a nasal spray or in lozenges. When it comes to low-dose ketamine, the results are mixed. It seems to be useful for symptom management, but at this point hasn't shown consistent benefits for supporting long-term rewiring. So while it can help manage symptoms, it may not be as effective for deep, long-lasting neural changes. This is why a holistic approach that includes neural retraining is so important. So both psilocybin and ketamine therapy can be powerful tools for neural retraining when used mindfully and with proper preparation and guidance. Always start with the basics of your neural retraining work to ensure a solid foundation for your journey, and work with a professional who's qualified to guide you. Remember that your journey is unique. Properly and wisely combining these therapies with your neural retraining techniques can play a part in helping you to create lasting change. So thank you for joining me, and I hope you found this video helpful. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.